Well, Jeff and I are back up in the Sierras, up pretty darn high, and I was really surprised we made it in, to be honest with you. A little touch and go in a few spots. But we're back. I'm on a quest to find the lost gold. And right over here, not too terribly far, last time we were up here, we lost 2 pieces of gold. So our mission...
We didn't lose 2 pieces of gold.
Actually, my daughter and my grandson lost 2 pieces of gold. We just found 2 pieces of gold, 2 small pieces of gold. But I can't show them to you because my lovely daughter dropped one and my favorite grandson dropped one. And we've been looking for the last half hour and we cannot find them. And our mission is to see if we can find those 2 pieces and hopefully a few more to add to them. Okay, well, we're going to gather up the gear, head on out. Well, so far, this treasure story isn't panning out so well. I can't find a spot. I'm not sure if I'm in the right area or if what I got in my head doesn't exist anymore because of the winter. But nothing around here looks like the spot for me. Now, over here, Jeff's got a spot he thinks it might have been. He's working that spot, and I think at this point, I'm just going to grab my gear, head on out this way, and just start looking for gold. And if I come across that spot, great. If not, let's see if we can find some new gold. It's been several hours now. I know, because I'm starving, so I'm heading towards the truck. I left my lunch at the truck. But basically, I found a lot of iron targets. I found some lead. I found some, I'm not sure what they are, buttons or something. I'll show you those when I get back to the truck. I just found this. It's an old hand-forged shovel. But I've pretty much found everything but gold. No idea what happened to Jeff. I think he's still down at the other spot. Now, this trip, I told myself I wasn't going to go back to where I've been working before. I was finding gold there, not a lot of gold, but I was finding gold. But I thought today I'm going to explore, see if I can find, different spots with gold. And so far, not so good. But I'm bound to determine not to go back to the same spot. I want to check out new areas. So right now, we're going to head back to the truck, grab some lunch, and then we got a couple more hours before we got to get out of here. Oh, and if you're looking for an old shovel, I'm going to leave it right here. It's leaned up against this manzanita. You can't miss it. Well, I managed to finally find some bedrock. This is bedrock in here, and there's several strips. Now, they broke this up pretty good. That's what all this is along here, is where they were breaking up the bedrock, cleaning the crevices out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go along and detect all this area in here that's got bedrock and see if we can hopefully pick up a piece of gold. Since I'm not finding any targets with the metal detector and I'm getting short on time, I'm curious to know if this bedrock is close to what used to be the old surface. There is some that looks pretty rounded here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig out some of these cracks and crevices and take them down and pan it. And if I find a lot of black sand and a little bit of fine gold, then I'll I'll know that this bedrock hasn't been busted away too bad, and that will tell me I can do a little more detecting here, see if I can find some nuggets. Okay, what I'm going to do is get all the loose pieces off the top. Then we can dig down and get some of this good dirt. Got enough here for a sample. I'll be right back. Nothing. Not even a speck, but there was no black sand at all. So I'm thinking at this point, I'm going to head back down towards the creek where there's a little more exposed bedrock. And down there, the natural erosion of this hill has washed a lot of stuff over that bedrock. So let's head down there, see if we can turn up something, because we got to get out of here before too much longer. Okay, well, I can't even see the camera to know if I'm in the frame or not, but this right here, this is all the bedrock along this edge. And there's spots like right where I'm standing where the water's run down here and has eroded a lot of this gravel they worked through here. So the plan is to dig some of this gravel off right at the bedrock and see if there's any gold in this. Now the trick is to hopefully find a little catch that could hold the gold as it's traveling towards the river. Okay, let's go see if we got anything. Got that panned out, and we're on the board. Just barely. I ended up finding 3 really tiny fly specks and a lead BB, but when I was dumping the water out, the BB made a run for it. So, but I can show you the 3 specks. Now you're going to have a good eye to see that, but there are 3 little tiny specks right there. Well, normally I'd turn these loose, but at this point I'm getting a snuffer bottle. Okay, well, we only got a time for a few more pans, so I'm going to clean these up, jump down there, and see if I can clean a little more of those cracks out, see if we can find a little bit more gold before we got to get out of here. I did a couple more pans. My first one had the same thing, a couple little tiny fly specks, and my last pan, I got down and cleaned the last of it out, and this is by far best pan of the day. This might almost convince me to try to weigh it. I don't think we got enough to weigh, but I might try. Let me show you. Okay, we got 2 nice little pieces here, and it's just fine gold everywhere. Well, I'm going to clean this up, gather up my stuff, because we got to get out of here. So I'm sure we're going to just throw everything in the truck and run for it. So I'll see you guys back at the house. Well, we're back at the house, and yeah, it's a couple of days later. Well, we'll just say a couple of days later. But I did manage to get that gold cleaned up, and then I went back and took a look at the other items I got, because I was kind of interested in those, what they look like buttons to me. And they turned out to be old Levi rivets. I got a picture here of what I found, and I also got a picture of what they're supposed to look like. And that I thought was kind of interesting. And then also I found 2 items that were not magnetic, and I couldn't figure out what they were. And then once I got them home, got them cleaned up, and took a good look at them, I'm like 99.9% sure they're pieces of an old silver coin. Now why somebody, it's obvious that they were cut. Now why somebody would cut an old silver coin up, I don't know. But all those items, the rivets and the coin, were all found in the same area. So I'm a little intrigued about that area now, because there was more targets there. It was just getting late and I didn't have the time. Okay, well, right now, what do you say we, I'm not too sure about this. Let's put the gold on the scale and see if it moves. I'm not too sure because there's not that much gold there. Okay, well, the first thing I want to do is let's weigh the silver. 0.86 grams of silver. And now let's see if the scale moves. 0.3 grams of gold. Yep, nope, looks like 0.28. I'm thinking it was a win-win day. I got enough gold to make the scale move, and I came home with some silver too. But not the 2 gold nuggets. Now I have since looked at the old video, and I've got a way better idea of where that spot was where we lost those 2 nuggets. So I'm definitely heading back up because I want to take a look for those 2 nuggets. And the spot where I got the pieces of coin and those Levi buttons, I think that needs a little better search around that area. So we're heading back up there for sure. Okay, well, that's all I got for this one. So I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful day.